Hello, Gorals, and welcome to Six Bacons. We're going to take a look at Amberlynn Reid's Q&A Part 3, titled My Lies Are Haunting Me, Your Lies and Rarity's Ghost, calling out specific reaction channels, and, updates on Rarity, which will, of course, be nothing. Clickbait as always. Let's go ahead and get started.
Hello. Welcome to part 3 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your guys' questions, 25 per each video. And I do have a few disclaimers. I chose to do this because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, but for the next 10 days, I'm gonna be super busy, so I'm not gonna have any time to edit, but I definitely will.
So she definitely is going to mention in all 4 of these that she's just so busy, you guys.
I'll have time to film, so you don't have to worry about that. So to keep my promise, I am pre-filming, so in the best way that I knew how, I was like, let's do some Q&As for
the best way that I knew how, which was to have you give me something to talk about instead of having to do my job and come up with video ideas.
now. So if you haven't seen my other 2, they're already posted. Things get a
Unfortunately,
little juicy, and we're
Not
going to
really.
continue getting juicy. And I feel like in part 4, we might get even juicier. So let's do it. All right, first question. What kind of ASMR do you watch on YouTube? Lately, I've been...
These are not real questions. They're just not. And also, she's been diagnosed with ASMR, you guys, so you should be more sensitive about that.
really loving like certain perfectionist like final touches of like the hair. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it's so calming when like they do like curls and they like move the hair like this and like just like perfect little tiny little movements. That's why it's called ASMR perfectionists or whatever.
How much ASMR could there be in touching hair? I mean, I've been bald for a long time, so I guess I've kind of forgotten what it's like, to be fair. But that doesn't seem like a very, I don't know, satisfying genre. I also don't get the whole ASMR thing in general, but I haven't been diagnosed with it.
Oh my God, it's so good and calming. 10 out of 10 recommend. What are some of your hobbies lately? I've been into scrap.
Eating, sitting, going to bingo, talking to Emily, telling us that she was talking to Emily, telling us how busy she is, and that's about it.
Booking, journaling, Legos, doodling. Yeah, that's about it.
Doodling.
What's your love language or favorite way to be loved? So for the longest, I thought words of affirmation was like top 2 of my love languages, but it's not. It's actually like 3rd. My number 1 love
Being
language,
fed.
I think, is physical touch. Like with the right person, like
Gross.
I cannot touch you enough. You cannot touch me enough.
Awful.
Like, let's be in each other's skin. And then my second love language is definitely quality time. I feel like that is so freaking important. It's not even funny.
And yet you only have long distance internet relationships. Lately, anyway.
Quality
And they all start as long distance internet relationships.
time with 0 distractions, just you and your partner to connect mentally, physically, emotionally, through laughter, deep conversations, fun, etc., etc. In other ways, I love to be loved that isn't even part of like the love language list, like just understanding and patience and kindness and just
So my love language is you letting me do, act, and be however I want.
like a gentle love. That's genuinely important to me. Do you follow trends with the clothing you wear? No. No.
No, she can't.
Most trends, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not here to judge, but yes, the trends, you know what? Pop off. You do you. You look great. If you love what you wear, you automatically look beautiful to me.
You're also completely limited to what is available to you.
But they're not for me. I have my own style. Sometimes I don't even understand my own style. If I see it and I wear it and I like it and I love it, I'm gonna keep wearing it. I don't care what anybody says out there. What do you actually need a planner for? That sounds like a little bit of shade.
This isn't finally a real question.
So I like to plan YouTube videos. You guys don't know this, but I have like a whole list of things that I want to talk about in vlogs or show in vlogs or what do I want to do in vlogs.
Okay.
I'm also a very to-do list oriented type of girl.
Did you write down showing us you cooking the same meal 3 vlogs in a row during Vlogmas? Is that something you had to schedule out in advance?
Whether it's things around the house or things I'm doing with my mom or things that I have to do just to remind
Okay, so eating or bingo, things you're doing with your mom.
myself because my memory is not good. So I use a planner to plan. How often do you use your tarot cards? I only ever use them when I truly feel like the universe is like, I want to tell you something, or if
Oh, this rocks. I'm so happy that she's becoming a metaphysical Gorley. This will be a fun arc if she sticks with it, which she won't because she doesn't stick with anything. But like for the short amount of time that we'll have it, it'll be fun.
I want the universe to tell me something, because it's not always the universe coming to me and being like, girly pop, like, we need to talk. Sometimes it's like me saying, we need to talk. I genuinely feel like with the tarot cards that I have, like, I have treated them with like the kindness you need to treat your tarot cards.
Sure.
I might have been a little neglectful. I'm currently actively staring at them because they're on my bookshelf. And just know that I love you guys. I do. Maybe I should get them out tonight because now I'm feeling guilty. It's been like easily over a month.
This is so dumb. And it's how she does everything. She just like sees people, most likely on TikTok, who are into tarot cards. She decides that's her personality. She goes all in immediately because how much have we heard about this? Nothing. And now suddenly she's talking about like the universe needing to talk to her and her treating her cards correctly. Like, and this is 0 to 100. And she would say like, I just don't film everything. You guys don't know what I've been doing. That's a lie. That's a complete lie. She just found this new personality. She wants to glom onto part of it. Maybe Tommy does this. Maybe that's what this is. But this feels more like a TikTok thing for like late teens, early 20s. And then she thinks that she's still one of those people, and so she gloms onto that. But it's good, and I'm happy it's happening.
Maybe even longer. Oh my God, it's been since before I went to Wisconsin. Holy. I do believe that if you treat your tarot cards right, like they'll treat you right, and
Sure.
they'll connect with the universe even more. I know to some people, like, you probably think I'm crazy and you don't believe in that, but everyone has their different beliefs. I would never judge someone based.
I don't think you're crazy. I don't think people's beliefs are crazy. I think you don't really believe it. I think you're disingenuous. I mean, I don't believe it personally because like whatever, but if you really believed it, it'd be a different thing. But you I mean, you don't.
Based on what they believe, and I hope they would do the same for me and they won't judge me. And it's really crazy because I feel like I have like matured a lot spiritually. I used to not really believe in tarot readings or tarot cards or really anything about it, but I'm telling you that was years ago. But as time went on, I felt more compelled to get my own deck of cards and to treat them in the way they deserve and to come at it with like a sense of respect and understanding.
Just to have them sit on a shelf next to all the books you buy and then don't read, all the perfumes you buy and don't use, just add it to the collection for the aesthetic.
Time I have done a tarot reading on myself, whether the reading was bad or good, it felt right and it felt true. And
Wow, it's almost like every reading is generic enough to apply to every person, or at least they can hear it and then make it apply to themselves, because either it says something that applies to literally everyone, or it's something complimentary that you want to believe about yourself. Weird how that
I
works.
definitely felt it in my heart. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking those cards down tonight and doing a reading because I think I need one. And I almost feel like someone asked me that question because
Also, can you do a reading on yourself? I don't know. That's me genuinely asking. If you know, put it in the comments. I would feel like it's not the kind of thing you're supposed to do for yourself, but I don't know.
because the universe was like, Amberlynn, we need a tarot reading. We should speak a little bit. So thank you to the person asking that question. What were your Animal Crossing eras like? So I've had
No one cares.
3
Nobody cares.
Animal Crossing eras.
You know that audio clip of Eric saying nobody cares or no one cares? Great clip. I'm going to find a way to have like a soundboard for these so I can just hit that button of Eric saying no one cares.
Where I played obsessively. The first time ever was, I know I was living in Virginia and I would play like obsessively. So that was the first time. And then the other 2 times is when I was living in Kentucky. And since then, haven't touched it. Do you think lesbians can...
I'm pretty sure I heard a voice in the background of her video. I'm not going to go back and like isolate it or what. Actually, I might edit it. Hold on. We'll see if I do edit this in.
Do you still smoke Delta 8? And are you going to stop when
Yes.
you start semaglutide? I do
No.
still smoke. I definitely don't smoke as much as I used to. And I will be more than likely stopping when I start semaglutide. Delta
Okay.
8 gives me the munchies, and it would be counterproductive. Is that the right word? It'll be counterproductive to be taking semaglutide, but then also smoking Delta 8. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you plateau
Well, I mean, nothing else you do makes sense, so why not?
on semaglutide this time, will you still keep taking it? Last time I took semaglutide, it stopped working because the syringes I got were pre-filled, which you are not supposed to do that because when you pre-fill a syringe, it expires in 28 days. And through the med spa that I went, they acted as if that was okay. And I know a lot of people were asking, like, did you see a doctor? The person was actually an RN, so
she saw somewhere online that semaglutide expires after 28 days, and what a magical coincidence that it must have gone completely ineffective on that 28th day, the last time she did it. I mean, even if it's true that that's the shelf life, it's not going to like stop working completely the instant it hits that hour. That's nonsense. It's just another thing she found that she can hold on to and claim, like, this is why it didn't work for me, rather than it being, I powered my way through with food.
they knew what they were talking about, but no one's a robot. People make mistakes. 28 days is only 4 weeks. And for 4 weeks, the syringes were working. Week 5, I felt nothing. So that is when I doubled my dose. I still felt nothing. And when you double your dose, oh honey, you feel something. So that's when I was like, something just doesn't seem right to me. And I had 13 pre-filled
13
syringes. So that's 13 weeks worth. And that's like way past the expiration date. At that point, potency, non-existent.
potency.
But to answer your question, if I plateau on semaglutide, will I keep taking it?
No.
Yes. Are there any updates on Rarity? Sadly, no. In
Nope, still dead.
my actual gut and soul and heart, I really do believe that someone found her and they're loving on her.
Why don't you just ask your magical deck of pieces of paper to tell you if your cat's dead or not?
They're feeding her and she has water and warmth and love and laughter and cuddles. Everything that I once gave her. I truly believe that someone else is doing the same. For now, I will have her home one day. Like, I do believe that.
Well,
and I'm putting out all of the positivity that I can. Whew, I need a minute. Have you ever been assessed or evaluated for ADHD? Because girl, I see all the signs in you. So I have been assessed by a psychologist, and the psychologist then said, you need to be like actively evaluated because you show signs, as that person said. And this was when I was living in Kentucky. So I had scheduled
Sure. Let her get yet another diagnosis to blame everything else on.
an appointment, but it was literally for 6 months away. And I ended up moving because me and my girlfriend at the time broke up, and I was ready for a change. I did not belong in Kentucky anymore. And I think I had like 3 months to go until my appointment. But obviously,
I didn't belong in Kentucky anymore because I lost my caretaker.
since I moved, I wasn't able to attend the appointment. So I still have not been evaluated. Do you have any updates on the article you were interviewed for? Nope. I have not been contacted since I did the interview.
I forgot all about that.
Wasabi? More than likely, he's laying on the bed. How did you find out Santa wasn't real? So I was laying in the living room.
Wasn't real.
And I did that because I wanted to catch Santa in the act. I'm sure most little kids do.
I think she's told this story before. I think it's the one where like her mom's water breaks on Christmas Eve or whatever, and she mentioned something about putting Santa's gifts out. I don't know. It's something like that. It's dumb. Whatever.
So I was sleeping on the couch next to the Christmas tree. Next thing you know, my mom's like, oh my God, my water broke as I was putting Santa's gifts out.
How pathetic is it that I remember that? Like, I'm using real estate in my brain for that information.
Under the tree. She did not know that I was awake. She did not know that I heard that. But yeah, my mom went into labor on Christmas 2 times with me and with my brother Jonathan. I was born on the 27th though, so she was in labor for like a hot minute. She went in labor with Jonathan early, like in the morning, like in the night while I was sleeping, and actually still had him that day. So my brother Jonathan's birthday.
She was in labor with Amberlynn for 2 days, and then Amberlynn was allegedly 6.6 pounds when she was born. I mean, I guess. I've never had a kid. Certainly never given birth to one. But that seems, I don't know, like a lot.
Is on Christmas. Literally the best Christmas of my life. Do you deep down want to be skinny? If I could have any body type in the world and I was 100% the healthiest I could be, I still would not want to be skinny. My favorite body type is like chunky, like curvy, like thick thighs, like good hips, pretty big butt. I don't want to be skinny for me. I think every body type is beautiful. Skinny, chunky.
I think that she only views like the term skinny as being like Eugenia style, like skinny. Because I think you can encompass a pretty wide range under that word. And I don't think she does that. Which makes sense because she does pretty much only think in absolutes and black and white.
Fat, whatever it may be, like I think you are absolutely gorgeous. But for myself, like I want some curves. I want some meat. I want my partner to grab onto my chunk. What?
Awful.
When is the last time you watched Karina Kaboom? I'm telling you, the last time I watched her, I think was during live stream era. 3 X's ago, like even before Feline. I don't like that woman. I hate everything about that woman. Like no tea, no shade, but what is going on with her? I chose to like be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like she puts me in the biggest negative headspace. So I said, I'm actively removing myself.
I mean, she's not my style either, honestly, but I don't dislike her.
From this situation, and I have not watched her since. So it's literally been years. Are you for or against abortion? I am pro-choice. Will you get another pet anytime
Wise of her to keep that short.
soon? No. Absolutely not. I'm still waiting for Rarity to come home. What's the last hypocritical thing you've heard recently that involves another YouTuber? So I don't know if you guys know who this is, but Nikki and Gabby are two twins that have done YouTube for so long, probably even longer than me, and I've been on YouTube for 11 years.
I'm going to guess that she mentioned something terrible that they have done that she has also done, but nobody seems to care that they did it. That's just my guess based on knowing way too much about Amber.
But either way, they've been on YouTube for literally forever. And they used to do a ton of videos. Like they had like their own channel. Now they have like 2 separate channels because they decided not to make videos together anymore. But regardless, they would get so many views, like millions of views. Like they were part of like the most famous YouTubers. Like they would go to like Tarte brands and like Bora Bora because like companies would pay for them to do that. And like they were like part of that group, right? Well, Nikki has recently came out on her TikTok and like confessed all of these lies. I'm like talking crazy things.
Here we go. She lied and nobody cares. I lie and people go crazy.
That like Nikki and Gabby both lied about and like faked in their videos. Like so many things that it literally has left my jaw on the floor. Like, and I still have not picked it up. Can someone pick it up for me? And I think the reason why my jaw is still sitting on the floor is because
Your mouth is always open, that's true.
because nobody's mad.
There we go.
Nobody's mad at them that they have.
Man. So in this one video, I both remembered her mom's water breaking story from Christmas and accurately predicted what a story was going to be with almost no information.
Have lied and like cheated their way through the YouTube life. Like I'm so confused. Like I genuinely am so confused because like that one video that I made 8 years ago where I was like, yeah, these are the few things that I've lied about and here are the reasons why I've done it. That has haunted
You've got like 4 videos called Things I Lied About.
me. Like there's no tomorrow. Like people still to this day bring it up and it's been like 8 years now. But Nikki and Gabby lied about even worse and even more and people are just gagged. Oh, we're just gagged. Oh my God. And like nobody cares. I'm like, I don't know what planet. As Yo Mama says, am I in the upside down? Like, am I in the upside down? Am I living in the upside down right now? And as a viewer, like I'm hurt. I'm like, what? You lied about all of that and all of that was fake and like orchestrated.
Why are you hurt? That seems weird. They're just people on YouTube. Like, nobody's hurt by Amberlynn's lies. We just like laugh because she lied again.
And I'm just like,
And got caught because she always gets caught because her big problem is she thinks she's of at least average, if not above intelligence. So she assumes that everyone is the same kind of dum-dum that she is. So she thinks she could easily just lie and get away with it. And she doesn't realize that she's in the bottom half of that graph of intelligence.
What is going on? I can't be the only one that's upset, but according to how everyone's reacting, everyone's totally fine with it. Totally cool. You know what? You're skinny, you're beautiful. Go ahead and
Skinny people lie too, you guys.
lie. It's totally fine. Why do you nervously laugh around Tommy so much? I'm never nervous around Tommy. When I'm laughing around Tommy, it's because I'm happy. Like, I'm genuinely, like, so happy, I just can't stop laughing. That's a good sign. Like, I want to continue smiling. I want to continue laughing. I want to continue joking. Like, Tommy isn't just my lover, my partner, my this, my that. She is my best friend. And I want to always have fun with her. Even
just like every ex has been your best friend. Some of them have been your best friend after you broke up.
Doing stupid things like trying
And now none of them talk to you.
eggnog and I'm just like giggling like a schoolgirl. It's because I'm happy. Like, she genuinely makes me feel good when I'm around her, and I want it to stay that way. Are you still friends with Alexis, and can we get an update on that? We are still friends. We are not as close as we used to be. I think that I do have like a wall up, and I think she knows. Obviously, like, the trust there due to the betrayal, like, there's no trust there, you know? And I think she knows that, and I think she feels bad, but I think she's...
Alexis is an extremely shady character because she was friends with Amberlynn, then immediately was not friends with Amberlynn and was just making YouTube videos telling us like all sorts of stuff, and then goes back to Amberlynn and is allowed back in the fold, or the folds, as it were. And the tide is definitely going to turn again, right? She's going to reactivate her channel and start making more videos, maybe after this, after she hears that Amberlynn has a quote-unquote wall up. Who knows? But she's very untrustworthy. Like, I like watching her videos and seeing what she said, just like everybody else does, but like, she is not to be believed or trusted.
Being patient, and she's being understanding, and she's being kind, and just like not forcing anything, which is what I appreciate. Like, I genuinely care about Alexis and I love her, and I know she feels the same for me.
She's a snake.
So I'm glad that I was able to forgive her, and we were able to hang out quite a few times and like have a great time. But I think it's gonna take a while before things ever get back to how they were, if they ever do. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers right now? Life Plus Cindy, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I love her
I've never heard of any channel she ever talks about, like, genuinely.
videos. Pink Vlogs, which is Pink Sparkles, but her vlog channel, and also Yo Mama. So I'd say those are my top 3 right now. How big
Literally not a one of those have I ever seen.
is your bush? I have a dainty bush.
Gross.
If you could ask Jordy one single question and have him answer honestly and without bias or trying to impress his audience, what question would you ask him? Honestly, there's a lot. I have a whole interview I could give him. Trust. Jordy, hello. I know you're watching. I know you're watching by yourself first, and then you like to watch again while you're reacting, which is weird because why can't you just watch the first time during your reaction? Is it because you have to think of things to say and to complain about and to nitpick and all the little fat jokes you make? Is that what it is? You have to like ponder that while you're playing your little World of Warcraft in your mom's basement? Don't answer that, because that's not the question. My question is...
I would bet she wrote that down, which is very ironic considering what the accusation is. I mean, I don't pre-watch her videos before I do reactions, but so what if you do? Like, it could be argued that it makes his videos more professional, that he's putting more effort into it than she does.
You say that you want, the best for me. You want me to...
Also, this tone and attitude of hers is so gross. Like, it's so nasty. It really shows who she really is. Like, this is the Amberlynn that slips out during live streams. Why she can't do live stream era anymore, because everyone sees what's really going on.
Go on semaglutide and lose the weight. You say that you're just a reaction channel and you're reacting to just, me as a person, and supposedly I'm just not a good person and all that. But what makes you better? Every 1 minute or 2 minutes,
she's so wildly, naturally unlikable, and she just has no idea.
You have a fat joke. A very mean fat joke. You are fatphobic and you're fat shaming, and your audience eggs it on. What makes you any better than me? You're actively making fun of someone's weight, size, and body for money, for monetization gain. But yet I'm the bad person? I know you're gonna have a rebuttal. I know you're...
If he didn't do it for money, would that be okay?
You're gonna manipulate your audience. But either way, if you were just reacting, like, why is it okay to be fat phobic while doing so? Is that because that's all you have? Because I'm not as shitty as you really thought I was, and my life isn't as
I don't know. You kind of are showing the opposite of that literally right now.
dramatic as you want it to be. So the only thing you have is like every other minute making fun of my body and my weight and my size and my issues. That's pretty fucking pathetic if you ask me. And I think it's time you go outside and get a little bit of sun. You're looking a little pale. All right, you guys, I enjoyed this one. I hope that you...
Being shady about somebody not being able to go outside is quite a choice from the 600-pounder. By the way, that fat joke I did not do for money, Amberlynn. I have 140 subscribers. I guarantee you I am not monetized.
You guys enjoyed. We have one more to go, and I'll see you in that video. Bye.
Gross. Well, she's right. We have one more to go, and I will see you guys when we do that one. If you liked part 3, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff you do when you like a YouTube video, and I will see you guys in that next one.